hi.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Okay. That's a
The
mustache
Daily Wire
fight.
is going bankrupt, allegedly.
Okay.
And Jeremy Boring is officially out as CEO. That's right. The self-proclaimed God King of the Daily Wire is at the heart of so many scandals. And yes, he is self-described as the God King. And the email just went out today internally that he is stepping down, and now Axios is covering the story. Because there's a lot that is not in the public square right now. We're about to get into stuff like canceled credit cards, lying to the press, trying to trick Tim Pool. As far as I can tell from my sources, even people inside of the Daily Wire only know part of the story, and they're all kind of getting played against each other. It's a whole mess.
Daily Wire co-CEO Jeremy Boring steps down.
He's
Axios.
exciting.
A conservative media company, Daily Wire, started in 2015 and announced in a memo to staff on Tuesday that he is stepping down as co-CEO to focus on creative work.
Pappy, think about it. As a co-CEO, you let go of Candace Owens, which is one of the biggest names in the social media space.
It means these people
Brett
are
Cooper
perverts.
leaves, and you think you're going to replace her with her friend that tried to come in. It's obviously not working. The guy is a self-proclaimed, meaning he calls himself the God King. Rob, what was that picture that you had? Even his licensed parking spot has God King.
God bless you.
Praise God.
26,000, 31,000, 23,000. So just on this channel alone, you're seeing them go from 700,000 an episode down to 20.
You might even say that those
videos aren't real.
Okay, this is a story that kept coming up
on YouTube. And in my news feed, it's what the hell is this goddamn dumb thing called? Oh, this is the Daily Wire. We've squeezed a lot of content out of these dweebs. You know, it's a channel of weird nerds and goons and ghouls and goblins. It's a treacherous channel that tricks children. And what the hell's going on? They're running into some kind of problems. Ooh, they're running into problems. Oh no, I hope everything turns out fine. Calm down.
You know.
No.
You know.
Perverts.
We don't know, but we know. Ladies, we don't know, but we know. And
I didn't watch.
whoa,
Whoa. I didn't watch the rest of the video, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I think what's going to happen now is that more stuff is going to come out about the Daily Wire. So now just turning to some reactions. Obviously, we're doing the show live. We have, first and foremost, obviously, everyone was looking to see what Brett Cooper would say. Largely felt like she remained silent on her exit, maybe because she had to remain silent on her exit. We don't know. But she tweeted this in response to the news, a GIF of Jimmy Fallon kind of looking like he wants to burst out laughing and then just sort of nodding. And I think that probably...
Okay, so blah, 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 some idiot from the Daily Wire. Oh, he's a CEO. The CE... Pendejo! Of the Daily Wire. What's the guy's name? Boring. Everybody's giving them some of this.
Boom.
What the hell does this say? I don't trust anyone who calls himself God King. The guy called himself that? What the hell? Oh, the guy called himself that.
Weird.
Okay, great. So this is a channel we've kind of made fun of for a while. They pumped a bunch of money into this idiot Ben Shapiro. Now the thing's falling apart. All their best hosts are getting the hell out of there, making more money on their own. Also, I read some article about this, and the Daily Wire is spending all this money trying to make real movies. Trying to make real movies. You know, they're just wasting money on these terrible movies. So in honor of them, let's kick it old school. Ooh, and see what, what's the guy? What does the guy say?
Booty hole waxed down.
Okay, and where do you do that?
I'm out in Miami, ho.
Okay, so I guess that's beach related. All right. Okay, what the hell does this say? Boring? He's not. Man, give him a break. Who wears a key around his neck that reminds him of the Texas Theater, where he put on plays. Okay. Like so many in right-wing media, he's a wannabe entertainer at heart. In 2023, he announced that the Daily Wire was undertaking a massive project of turning some fantasy series into a streaming show, which was supposed to come out in 2024. It's impossible to watch the show's production diary on YouTube, which feature months of filming in Hungary and Italy. It's hard not to think, this has to be comically expensive. So they're just burning through money. Oh man, come on, man. Certainly costs more than just filming another YouTube show with Benny Shapiro.
I'm out in Miami, ho.
Oh, good for you. Hope you're having a good time there.
And it's being fomented by some of the most voluble people in American culture, including, of course, the schmuck Bill Burr, who used to be interesting, used to be funny, and then decided that he was going to go full woke, and he's angry at me for saying that.
But that's your fault, Bill. It's not mine.
He's not angry at you. He's just making fun of you.
He's angry at me. We're friends. It's a friend fight.
You're the one who decided to make the call that you were going to become Michael Moore with less hair.
Okay.
So here is Bill Burr on The View. What a constellation of intellect. Saying that he's very angry about who's running the country. They're a bunch of nerds who don't know how to talk to girls. I mean, Elon Musk is definitely a nerd. Okay,
and I know nerds.
The nerds that own the politician, all these tech nerds that want to build robots because they don't know how to talk to hot women, they're gonna take over the world.
And again, I point out Bill Burr because he's the same person who literally cheers Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, your audience wasn't on board with your takes on that either, buddy. I'm sorry.
Generally speaking, Chinese people...
Joe, that's irrelevant, Joe.
Boom.
Which is an act of evil. Cheering on murder is a bad thing to do. Cold-blooded murder.
Oh, man, that's irritating.
I mean, he's called, essentially, for the murder of billionaires.
How are people not clamoring to watch this?
Bill Burr sucks.
That's funny. Like, Bill Burr is kind of somebody who everybody sort of agrees on. They're like, seems pretty good. Seems like an all right guy. Pretty funny, generally punching up, you know? I don't know. Everybody kind of seems to like Bill Burr. And now this guy's like in some kind of little feud, where Bill Burr's making fun of him.
That moron.
My impression for Bill Burr and Ben Shapiro are the same.
I'm Bill Burr. Hey, you sound like me.
Hey, I'm Bill Burr. Hey, I need to work on that.
It's me, Bill Burr.
Hey, Bill Burr here, man.
But everybody likes Bill Burr, and now he's making fun of this guy, Ben Shapiro. And this company kind of seems to be falling apart. They're losing all their talent. They're wasting all their money on these stupid movies. Ben Shapiro can't get views anymore. Seems like more trouble than it's worth. You know, Bill Burr's making fun of you publicly. Here's the funny part. This is pretty funny right here.
Bill Burr's a moron.
Then we can go on to this.
Bill Burr, a man who makes his living by saying marginally funny things in front of crowds. And again, I say marginally funny because I watched him perform live, and he wasn't even funny enough to keep the crowd in their seats.
Okay, so you went to a live show.
Hey, you don't make fun of me. I paid for tickets to see you live. Probably $70 minimum.
That's so funny. The people you pay to go see live are publicly making fun of you. That seems like fun.
Hello, Tushy.
Shut up, Sam.
And again, Hollywood leads the way in all this. John Cusack, who again is particularly irrelevant at this point, except that he appears on sort of activist phone calls. Apparently, there was something called a Tesla takedown mass call.
And who are you, Joe Hollywood? Give John Cusack a break, man.
Boom.
Here is John Cusack, who was last relevant 15 years ago.
Hey, give him a break,
Musk
man.
is kind of this arch villain of late stage capitalism, and he seems like this clown and this buffoon. But like Alex said, you know, this is a man who made a Sieg Heil Nazi salute. He's a criminal. He's a sociopath and a ghoul. And I mean those
a ghoul
terms
is good.
Very precisely, because
I love the word ghoul. That is true. Guy is a ghoul. Guy's a goddamn goblin. Guy's a goddamn hobgoblin. Guy's a godforsaken boogans, that guy. We need to bring words like that back. You ghoul.
Now, meanwhile,
got it?
The media are trying to target Musk with anything they can. There's a story that the Trump administration is calling fake news about Elon Musk having a briefing at the Department of Defense today. According to the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times also reported this. Musk was scheduled to receive a briefing Friday on the U.S. military's top secret war plans for China, according to two U.S. officials, giving the wealthy businessman and presidential advisor insight into one of the Pentagon's most closely guarded operational blueprints.
Okay.
Now, the reality is that Elon should not be in on that. He does not, in fact, have security clearance. Elon does enormous amounts of business with China.
Give the guy a
Tesla
break.
does enormous business in China.
No, he does
and
not.
And so the idea that...
This is a weird life this guy lives, you know? It's got to not be psychologically healthy. This is kind of the main purpose of the Daily Wire now, or at least Ben Shapiro, is if anybody says anything about Israel,
they're racist, they're anti-Semitic.
And then you got Elon Musk out there retweeting a bunch of racist, anti-Semitic stuff, goose stepping around on stage, and he's like, that guy's awesome. That does have to create some kind of brain problems, which this guy does seem to have.
But this part's fascinating. Oh, wow.
Where Ben Shapiro's he's like pissed off that the media is writing stuff about this idiot who can't stay away from a camera, Elon Musk. He's like, they're writing in the news that this guy was part of some war plan against China briefing. This is the story all over the news. Oh, was Elon Musk there? Should he be allowed in there? The real question is like, why the hell? What the hell? What the hell are you whack jobs? What the hell are you nut jobs? All of you, by the way, in the U.S. government, all you nuts and weirdos. What are you doing creating war plans against China? What are those plans? Were we attacked by China? I do not believe I remember so. But of course they're doing that because of... And of course Elon Musk is there because of... Oh, China's gonna get our ass. We need to do more military crap. But I don't know. This guy has been like a famous person. You know, Ben Shapiro is a famous person. And he's been that way for like 10 years. And I don't think these people want this anymore. Little Alex P. Keaton ass with his little briefcase and all this crap. They want like Candace Owens. Yeah, Steve Bannon, I guess. Andrew Tate. Maybe Andrew Tate or something. You know, this guy, just like most of the mainstream news, he's like, oh, war is cool. He never met a war he didn't like. Oh, go do that. Even the right-wingers now are kind of like, this sucks. You know, the people they follow, of course, have no way out of that. War sucks. But Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and all these guys, they should be in charge, though. That's for sure.
But the media are jumping on anything involving Musk right now.
They better not be.
Which does show that they are very deeply afraid of what Musk is doing.
They better leave
And what
him
is
alone.
Musk doing at this point? What
I have
Musk
no
is doing
idea.
is firing a lot of people. And he's not actually doing the firing. He's advising the Trump administration whom to fire. It is indicative of where the left's mindset is. The problem, shockingly, is never the government. It really is an amazing thing.
Okay.
I'm old enough to remember the Occupy Wall Street movement. So back during the recession of 2007, stretching all the way through 2009, that the government's intervention in the economy had led to the real estate recession and general recession in the United States.
Insane. Right, morons, basically. Rubes.
And so the Tea Party focused its efforts on lobbying the government, on saying the government should cut. The government should restructure itself. The government should get less involved in the markets.
And Wall Street should
Which
get
makes
more
sense,
involved.
because if you're going to lobby somebody, lobby the government.
I know what my audience loves. Wall Street.
People still do watch this crap. 143,000 views in one day. The guy has 7 million subscribers. Okay, so that's 2% of his subscribers are watching this garbage. But this is a really funny one. I like this one. He's talking about 2008. He's talking about the 2008 financial crash. The 2008 financial... I call it the 2008 financial...
Toilet.
If you don't know what that is, in 2008, In 2008, it was discovered that...
Videos aren't real.
And it crashed the economy, man. But I like this little segment because Ben Shapino's like, I'm old enough! I'm old enough to remember this 2008 financial situation because I was there. I'm old enough. Because I'm a little older than Ben Shapiro. Handsome. Both of us. Guys, put in the comment that we're both handsome. I'm a little older than him, so I remember it better. And if his takeaway from the 2008 crap, living through it, is the government, he is a dumbass. He's a dumbass. And it's like 17 years later now, so much has been written and studied and blah, 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 blah about it. Even during the time, like people who, Ben Shapiro, you know, he's on their side. Ayn Rand, libertarian type people were like, we were wrong about everything. I remember this during this time. Oh, okay, maybe the market's not great. Maybe all our ideas are dumb. There was a lot of that going on in 2008. Maybe Ben Shapiro doesn't remember that. I remember, too, around the 2008 times, you know, they were interviewing all these Wall Street guys and bankers and stuff, and they were like, oh, these guys are so smart. These guys are so smart, man. These guys are geniuses beyond what your stupid brain can understand. Oh, man, these guys... Look around. These guys over on Wall Street, they got all these tricks. It's like magic. They're financial wizards and math. They do math too, man. There was a lot of that, and those guys turned out to be con artists. Scammers. 100%. And Ben Shapiro here is talking about this in the context of Elon Musk. Interesting choice. Check this out. What is this, from 6 years ago? That's Joe. Hey, that's Joe. Oh! That's Joe. Oh! Known for his famous quote.
Adult baby.
No, come on, Joe.
Of your work, reading that, because I think you covered that as well, if not better than anybody.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, and I finally got a guy to have lunch with me, and he said, your problem is that you're trying to understand this as an economic story.
Right.
Once you look at it as a crime story, you'll get it. And from that point forward,
Yeah, this is kind of a side thing, but I started watching this whole interview. It's from 6 years ago with Matt Taibbi talking about this crap. I like this part right here.
Absolutely. I even got one guy gave me a book.
He did? Where is it?
It was called Famous Con Artists in History. He had this scam that he called, I think it was called the Hungarian box.
Okay.
I'll have to go back and look. But basically what he would do is he would get on a boat
that son of a
in
bitch.
New York, and he had this sort of beautiful mahogany box with a crank on it that had 2 holes in it, and he would show all the guests that he would put a blank piece of paper in one end, turn a crank, and $100 bill would come out the other end, and he convinced them all that it was a machine that made money.
That is funny. This is a total aside. This is a total acai bowl, but this is a much funnier scam. You know, man, people would really fall for much stupider scams back in the olden times. I have a wooden box with a crank on it, makes money, so you can make as much money as you want. These people weren't asking questions about, wait a second, but that's fake money. Wait, what about the serial numbers? These people on this boat didn't ask any of those questions. They were just like, how much? What a great investment. I could print all the money I want. Much funnier scam. That's a much funnier scam than just like, oh, the bank's hiding stuff. Oh, the bank's making a secret thing. Oh, the bank's making a secret. It's much, much funner. A jewelry box that cranks out money is much funnier and more interesting than the bank's making secrets, you know? Must have been so fun to be a scammer back in the olden times. Hey, for $50 you could buy these seeds. They grow coin trees. Trees that make coins. You're barely thinking of the scam. That's a tree that has gold doubloons on it. I don't know. Oh, those were the good old times of scamming. Much more fun, much more interesting. Now it's like, oh, the crypto crap, you know. Oh, there's a crypto thing on my computer. You know, it's way more boring. You know, but that is crazy. Ben Shapiro is a lunatic. I don't think even his audience knows what the hell he's talking about or agrees with him on this. You know, everybody knows Wall Street and the banks were doing scams and flim-flams to make a bunch of money. And he's like, this is all the government.
This is all that's government and regulation.
He thinks it's like government regulation. He's like almost right. He's so wrong that he's like close to right. You know, because there were some rules for banks after the Great Depression because they're like, we got to have some kind of a society. Not really, but kind of. So they put some rules for banks and then they just like got rid of that. So he's kind of right in just that like Wall Street owns the government, you know? But that's not what he means. He's like,
they're regulating them so much that they do scams.
But if you were alive during this time, like Ben Shapiro claims to have been, you know, I haven't seen any proof. You know, this did affect a lot of normal people, low-income people, middle-class people. People were wandering around during this time like, what the hell? So yeah, this did affect a lot of people's lives. And to just come out and just like make a mockery, you know, just give the exact wrong lesson and message. It's sick. That's
disgusting.
He is right about all of that. And again, what President Trump is doing here, this is the thing the left cannot deal with, is actually popular. Many of the things he's doing, these cuts, examining for waste, fraud, Doge remains a popular idea.
Right. What is this? From the Independent? What the hell is that? Doge approval. Doge. I can't believe I have to say that. It's kind of annoying. Doge. Approval ratings tank with nearly 60% of Americans unhappy, poll finds. Was this like 3 days ago?
All right, folks, it is a Friday, so it's time for a cultural recommendations.
I recommend that you get your
booty hole waxed down.
That's my recommendation. Okay, Ben, where do I do that?
I'm out in Miami, ho.
So I go to you in Miami? I don't get it.
So I have recommended the show Severance on Apple TV before.
Okay.
It is great. It is a truly terrific show. It's fascinating. It's interesting. It raises really interesting philosophical questions about identity, work-life balance, relationships.
Really digging deep here, man.
It really is a fascinating show. So the season finale.
I have recommended this before, so I'm recommending it again. Okay. Not only is this the most popular show right now that everybody knows about, god damn it. This happens every time I watch these Shapiro videos to make fun of them, I end up running across a video where I start feeling sorry for him. This one really made me feel sorry for him. I might not upload this video.
I have a recommendation.
The most popular show on TV right now, which, by the way, I have recommended before. Okay, thanks. I have a recommendation for music, too. Okay, what is it? It's a band called the Beatles. Okay, thanks. Thank you. I'll check that out. Now book recommendation. Okay, what's the book? You probably never heard of it. It's obscure. Let me guess, it's Harry Potter. Correct. This is Pobrecito territory. Hey, guys, I got a recommendation. The thing that you've already seen, probably. Most likely. I would love to see a Ben Shapiro, movie or show or something that's, more honest about what he believes. Based on these videos that we just watched. It's set in the early 2000s. And there's, a Wall Street guy who's the hero. He's the hero.
He's the hero.
Like how Gordon Gekko was the hero good guy of Wall Street. And it would be 75 minutes of just this Wall Street guy doing good deeds. And then at the very end, the entire economy collapses and he's like, look what the government did. He looks at the camera, look what the government and not me did. The end credits. That would be a good, funny movie. I would watch that.
Well, folks, back in 2011,
he's coming at me.
National Review about the most conservative shows in the history of TV. But today, we're going to talk about the most conservative characters in TV.
Oh, great. Another segment that makes me feel sorry for this guy. What the hell is this stupid thing called? Make TV characters great again.
Next, we get to 30 Rock and Jack Donaghy. So again, this is one of those characters who is meant to be an anti-hero. Liz Lemon, who's played by Tina Fey, and Jack Donaghy, played by Alec Baldwin, are supposed to have this sort of love-hate relationship because Jack Donaghy is, of course, supposed to be a take on Lorne Michael. And so he is a conservative/libertarian who is in charge of the TV network and actually is answerable for data and the success of the show on which Tina Fey appears. So everyone else in the show is a nut job, and Jack Donaghy is not a nut job.
Everyone else in the show is a nut job, but not that guy. Oh my God. Okay.
He is not a nut job. Jack Donaghy actually is just kind of a straight-laced conservative business person who wants to make sure that the trains run on time. And this leads...
Can we get an example, I guess?
One tweet from you to your fans and Romney wins. It'll be historic. The first really, really rich president.
I haven't made fun of this Daily Wire stuff in a while. And it does seem even more phoned in. This is some lazy content right here. I don't know, conservative TV characters on the shows that I watch. Alec Baldwin was the normal one. In a world of lunatics on 30 Rock, Alec Baldwin was the normal one. Here's an example, a clip where Alec Baldwin says something stupid and then somebody else says something stupid and they're all saying stupid stuff. Well, there we go, guys. A look at some kind of money laundering operation or whatever the hell this thing is, the Daily Wire. I don't know what the hell this goddamn thing is, but it's certainly, I don't know, they got a lot of attention. They've tricked a lot of children and the elderly, probably. So that's an achievement of sorts. Well, guys, hope you're having a great... Oof. Wait a sec. I see something I do not like down there. The date. Specifically the calendar. It's Monday, but it's fine. We're gonna do fine. We're all doing our best. And our best is not that great, let's be honest. But I hope you guys are having a great time, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello, guys. I'm a piece of AI-generated content here to say, please subscribe on Patreon. Subscribe on Patreon because you're missing episodes, question and answer shows, live streams, all this kind of stuff. You're missing episodes every week. That's a tragedy, okay? Simply click the link in the description to subscribe on Patreon. Well, anyway, guys, I gotta go. Ked, talk to you later, bye.
I got a wooden box that prints $100 bills. It's not a scam, I'm telling you it's real. I got a wooden box that prints rubies and jewels. And if you want, I can sell it to you. Old time scams from the 20s, whatever. Old time scams from the 20s, whatever. Scams from the 20s. I do. Old timey scams from the 20s or whatever. Old timey scams from the 20s or whatever. Old timey scams from the 20s or whatever. Old timey scams from the 20s or whatever.